we want to let you guys line up in front of the mics. We'll take one question from each of you.
Yeah, some guy came up, asked a question, and he asked a follow-up, then a supplemental,
and then a sub-question, and then a
further question. There's got a big sheet of them.
So we're here to answer your questions about the game. I'll try to answer anything we possibly can. Some things we don't have answers for with the best we can.
Or we're not allowed to tell you.
Yeah, that happens too sometimes. So come on. Front mic.
Okay, is there going to be any sort of mounted combat in the game?
Mounted combat?
Warboys, Knights on War Horses, anything like that?
Mounted combat. There are mounts in the game. We're still under discussion on how much combat will take place mounted. Second mic in the back. There's another mic back there.
Yeah, second mic.
Who's in front of the mic?
What are the system requirements going to be?
Still under discussion. We're not disclosing that this time.
Well, what I can tell you is that in the last month alone, they reduced the memory footprint by 40%.
And the frame rate by 100%.
Yeah, but that's because they've been stealing our money and not doing their job. They've figured that bit out. They've been working really, really hard. They're basically optimizing from now till launch, which is why you can't give a system spec. I think the short answer is it'll work on the machine Mark Jacobs has got. And before you get carried away, Mark purposely has a adequate machine on purpose, so that he can go, if it doesn't work on my machine, it's not going to work on a normal personal machine. So it'll work great on his machine, so you'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I got an email the other week.
Not from me.
Saying that I got accepted to the beta because of the 2006 game's end. So, but my question is, when does the beta really start?
Beta started 2 weeks ago.
You do it better. We've had a stable, successful, and exciting game that beat it 2 weeks ago. His answer. Have you all registered for beta? Have you all put yourself in for the beta and all that? Yeah?
Of course. Yeah. You usually get that answer.
Between now and when the game launches, you will get into the beta and you will be playing before the game ships.
Coming to me after we're done.
What are that?
Will there be a ranking system for the BBB?
Say that.
Ranking system for BBP.
Bragging system. Bragging system. So, wow. So, yeah, the simple answer is yes. Can I still do that?
Yes, there is. It's great. No, honestly, that's great.
So, there's a lot of different ways to advance your character in the game. If you ever play Dark Age of Camelot, there's a lot of things. So, Dark Age of Camelot, our first big MMO, great game. We learned a lot about RVR and PvP in Dark Age of Camelot. There are some things that we have stolen shamelessly from Dark Age of Camelot. One of them is the RVR ranking system.
It's not stealing.
It's
evolving. If you steal things and use it, it works. That's called wisdom.
And since it's ours anyway, it's not really stealing. So,
The great ones.
so there's a renown system. We call it renown in Warhammer. And it is a way for you to earn advancement in RVR. You can also earn XP in RVR, so you can actually level up your character simply playing in RVR. The answer? Yeah. I can talk about RVR all day long. I will.
So far, I've seen in-game content being go and destroy your opponent's main city.
Burn it to the ground, capture their king, sever their head, stand on the tower, wave it at them. Take the king back when you start, no magical nothing close, and I'm better than you. The point that Paul is trying to make is, when you say it like that, it makes it sound like this, and the reality is, it's like this.
Well,
Go ahead.
my real question is that going to be at the end of the game, or is there going to be an instance or something that's going to take up the rest of my life? Or is it just go up to your city and burn it to the ground, kill your king, and I'm done with the game?
There is no end to the game. The war always carries on. So there's a couple different answers to this question. Number one, if you don't want to participate in the RVR game, I'm not saying you don't want to. If you don't want to, you can participate in a PvE game. There's lots of things to do in PvE. There's lots of dungeons. There's lots of content for you to participate in, both small scale and large scale. We just don't focus all of our presentation on that. A lot of people do that. What we do and we do well is RVR. That's why you hear it from us so much. So, are there other things for you to do? Absolutely. Does the campaign end? Does the game end when you go and capture enemy's capital city? Absolutely not. You go and capture enemy's capital city, you do loads of stuff. The city is full of content, both for the invader and for the defender. Once you capture the enemy's capital city, he has the opportunity to capture it back from you. And there's 6 of these. It is the ongoing struggle between the capital cities for zone control and capital city control that is the game.
There are 2 types of game we've built. Game number 1 is for people who are psychotic, war-obsessed killers. Who just want to beat up Norwegians.
Yeah.
The other type of game is for people who constantly get pwned. And for these people, what they want to do is run around and kick squids off cliffs. That's their joy. They're the 2 games we've got. And that means there's a middle bit, which is today, Brian, I'll be burning down your city and killing your king. Tomorrow, I'll be kicking squids off cliffs further. And it's sort of between the two variants.
Yeah.
But psychotic, more obsessed killers are clearly the way to go. I was going to ask you, someone said to me, what about crafting? I said, look, it's not wheat hammer. It's not t-shirt hammer. It's not embroidery hammer. It's war hammer. We're all about war. It's in the title. If you don't like war, go away.
Is there anything you all can tell us about the high elves yet, like professional-wise?
Posh people! That's right, I've spent 3 days working alive, never seen dirt, I've read all the books, done all the fancy fencing, done all the card magic, and all the long robes that waft about, got the little ears. Dark elves, posh people, on drugs. It's not as Byron. Got more money than God, gets completely drunk, picks up his pistol and says, I feel like shooting people. I'll shoot this person. It's the liberty. What we have got is we've got some kick-ass artwork on elves and really good models that marketing won't have to show you. In fact, I'm going to get in trouble. The high elf tower, set their heart rate. Like that.
So let me take a stab at your question. We don't have anything to tell you about elf careers. That's it.
Yeah.
We've seen 2 of the different greater demons. Will the great unclean one be represented?
What do you think?
Yes.
You guys have mentioned several times that there's no grouping system or anything necessary to be in public quests. Now, normally when you're higher level than whatever quest you're doing, you experience diminishing returns as far as experience goes. And similarly, when you're grouped with someone of a higher level helping you to quest, they experience diminishing returns and you experience slightly diminished returns as well, generally. Is there a way or a system in place to stop, say, like a bunch of high-level people from coming and joining your public quest and then ruining the experience as far as the experience points you get for everyone who's a lower level?
Yes!
Yeah, the answer is yes.
That's it. You can't tell anymore.
The answer is yes. I'm not going to go into all the details. Of course, we're thinking about it constantly. We've got a team that just sits and looks at weird balance things, weird exploitation things, and they're thinking strongly about it right now.
What type of service will it be?
You mean like a role-play PvP? Is that what you're talking about? We don't know yet. We're still talking about that. I mean, we're a ways out from launch, and
70 servers, because there's so many people.
yeah, there'll be a lot. It's something we're still discussing. It's kind of difficult for us, just like Do you have a PvP?
Stable ones.
It's stable.
One with lots of capacity and no queue times.
Yeah!